Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You, Me, and He. I am your host, Rob Lambert, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
This is Josh Frankenstein.
Oh, nice. Drew Carroll.
Yeah.
I felt like I had to
Beautiful.
start getting a little, competitive with you.
That was really good, dude. Very professional.
Just continuing to up the bar. That's good stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Thanks for listening. Episode 44. And as we kick it off here, as always, I just want to say, make sure you check out patreon.com/youmehepodcast. Great way to support the show and get exclusive content. Go check that out. Fellas, this week, some sad news, my friends.
Oh, what happened?
Stan Lee, at age 95, passes from this world onto the next. Dude.
Who?
Hang on a
Stan
second.
Lee!
Dude, at 95, that's not really sad. That's like, dude, great.
Like he's kind of, it's his time, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
dude, he's probably just really tired.
It's really difficult to argue with that. If I was 95 and the highlight of every day was, my cameo in every single Marvel movie, I might call it quits too.
Dude, he went 20 years past the expected, like the average life.
Yeah.
That's solid,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Good for him.
He's not Hugh Hefner, but I'm sure he shared some traits with Hugh Hefner.
He was definitely not yelling Excelsior as much as he used to, we'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Dude, man, a legend, a creative, a guy who created these amazing universes. He passes on. Dude, how do you feel about that? Are we going to see some impact in the Marvel universe, or do you think Disney's got this thing on lockdown? It doesn't even matter anymore.
It's an iconic passing. I'm actually really sad to see it happen. Personally, I think Stan Lee was probably still pretty involved with all the Marvel movies. Probably not necessarily making decisions, but definitely providing advice and insight. Disney's got it locked down. It's about the only thing they're doing well right now. So, I'm not really too worried, to be honest.
Yeah, they made a weird left turn with the Star Wars movies.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I mean, and the only other reason they're hanging on is because Pixar is carrying them right now. So,
yeah,
it's they're okay. I think they got good management and everything like that. But it was always kind of fun, like when you would find Waldo. Like in a Where's Waldo book. When you saw Stan Lee make his cameo in a Marvel movie, you were always like, oh, we're not going to get that anymore.
I've seen a lot of those, dude, and I never knew that he was in any of them. I had no idea what he looked
You just
like.
thought it was like a recurring old guy?
I actually
Wait a minute.
didn't even
Stan
really
Lee.
know. I didn't even really know who that dude was until today.
Okay, hang on. If you're comparing Stan Lee's cameos to Waldo, Drew, it's like a Waldo book where you turn the front page and the whole page is just Waldo. You can't miss it. He might as well, after he says his line, look at the camera and say, I'm Stan Lee. I mean, now, here's
Even
the
if
deal.
he said that, dude, that would have meant nothing to me. Like,
You'd have been like, who's this
cool?
Who's this Stanley guy?
Yeah, dude.
No, here's my main concern about this whole thing. Of course, Stan Lee, beloved creator of Marvel, passes. It's sad news, but that's the circle of life. Here's my main concern about this whole thing. Stan Lee is known for making these cameos. Now, the next Marvel movie that's coming is Captain Marvel. And I'm really hoping they shot a cameo for him and that he appears in this film, because if not, that means that his last cameo was in the movie Venom, and it sucked! Stanley can't go down like that, no!
Maybe that's what got him.
Put Stanley in Captain Marvel.
Maybe that's what got him.
Oh, dude. Never forgive you, Venom.
Dude, they'll just CGI him. It's not a big deal.
Oh, geez. Yeah, they'll treat him like Yoda from the prequels. He'll look like he's made out of Play-Doh.
Seriously. No, that would be the worst way to go. But
you know what? I would rather them Weekend at Bernie's him in the next one than do CGI.
That would be pretty epic, actually. That'd be great to see. If they could find a way to make it happen in some way. Or I don't know. Maybe they'll find a way to bring the collector back in some capacity, even though his museum got blown to crap. But just have him there, just there.
Yeah.
No line, just there. I don't know, but it's gonna be kind of disappointing to not see him there for 2 out of 3 of us anyway. So
yeah, I won't notice the difference.
You never even recognized hey, this is the same old guy from every other movie that's ever come out.
Dude, no. I didn't. When I saw his face on my news app today, I didn't look at him and go, "Oh, that guy looks familiar." I opened it and I was like, "Let's find out who this Stan Lee is."
You're like, what's the big deal? Some old dude with a mustache.
Oh man,
was this guy Magnum PI or something? Anyways, on that note, we just say, Stanley, we salute you, Excelsior, and Godspeed, all of those good things. So, Josh, how are you doing, my friend?
I
guarantee you're probably having a better week than Stanley. Sorry about that.
Dude, I don't know. He made it to 95.
I really don't know what to say anymore right now at this part. I just kind of feel like I've been commandeered. So, it was a fine week, man. Weekend was bomb. All right. Amy and I were able to dump the kids off with someone else for a full 48 hours and had ourselves a staycation at the house. Literally went back to college days, pizza on the couch all day long, watching whatever we wanted to on Netflix in front of a fire that we just got started because, and by that I mean our actual fireplace because it's been getting.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, it's been getting down to 38 degrees at night and everything. So I mean, dude, freedom, you don't know freedom until your 4 vixens are taken from you for at least 48 hours, and it was absolutely amazing. Which, by the way, for those 48 hours, I actually found some time to try and peruse some news, and I came across this little nugget, which is awesome. I can't wait to share it with you guys. It is from the Daily Beast, and it is entitled
Daily Beast?
Yes, Daily Beast.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a legit news source.
Okay. They're headquartered in San Francisco out of the most recent Venom movie. The title is The Sorry State of John Travolta, Scientology,
I believe it.
Movie bombs, and dark allegations.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, allegations.
I don't even have to.
They got the first 2 right.
I don't even have to get into the dark allegations, dude. The first 2 paragraphs made the article. It was awesome. Here's the first 2 paragraphs of this article. It's great. In Speed Kills, John Travolta refines a look he heavily relied upon in June's Goatee, a wincing, pained expression that suggests he might be angry, or he might be sad, or he might just be constipated, which is making him angry and sad at the same time.
Okay, we're gonna post that picture on our social media
It's
so
awesome,
you can see
dude.
constipated Travolta.
Whether he's facing off against a professional adversary, arguing with his mob benefactors, or enjoying a romantic moment with one of the many paramours, Travolta furrows his brow and squints his eyes like he's desperately holding something in. All from beneath a hairpiece that appears to have been glued carelessly onto the top of his head.
My God.
Delivering
so
a veritable compendium of awkward movements and strange smiles. He's like an animatronic robot lookalike of the Saturday Night Fever and Pulp Fiction icon.
Dude, he does look pretty terrible.
Oh, dude, the article goes on, but I had to stop there because I was crying so hard as I was watching this. Oh man, it's so bad. Anyway,
Like, Sandy, I gotta take a dump and it's the size of a moose.
Dude, he looks like the guy in Just Go With It. You know when Adam Sandler's the surgeon?
oh yeah,
When he's at that party?
Yeah.
The guy who can't find his straw.
Yeah, dude, just keeps bumping into a lip. He was,
Holy crap,
what
dude.
was played by Norm Macdonald? What was his laugh? He's like, and his cousin's like, "Is that a car alarm?" He's laughing. Shut up.
I mean, go to our Twitter if you're listening. Go to our Twitter, and we'll have it posted. He just looks so disappointed in life right now. Like, dang it, John.
So I think Moose is going to be a hit.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it has to be. He has to redeem himself. This is going to be the sleeper hit. It's going to be the thing. We're all gonna the day after Moose comes out, we're gonna come on here and we're gonna be like, John Travolta, we're sorry, we apologize.
I don't think I can do that.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. No.
Everyone involved in that movie has been roasted on this podcast numerous times. I'm only gonna watch it, dude, for more roasts.
John, if you're listening, just quit, dude. Just give
Why
up.
is he still doing movies? Dude, I follow him on Instagram, dude, and he looks like he's got an incredible life. Classic cars, dude. He owns planes.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just live your life, dude.
Well, I don't know. They keep giving them to me, so. Anyway.
Oh man.
So yeah, week was pretty phenomenal, man. It was a short week. Got rid of the kids for 48 hours and found that little tasty morsel online to laugh at that I thought I'd share with you guys. So yeah, it's been good. Nothing more to say.
Yeah,
Drew,
right on.
how you been?
Oh, good, dude. I had a good week. This was my first week. Like Elizabeth went back to work on Monday, and so when I get off work, it was my responsibility to take care of the baby.
Nothing like going back to work after a 3-month vacation.
Yeah, it was really difficult.
I mean, that's what it is, right? New moms. It's a vacation, isn't it?
Oh, hang on, let me just check our overall downloads. Ooh,
They just took a steep dive.
oh, boo.
I don't know that we were trending well in the new mom category anyway. So.
I don't get it. So, anyways, so yeah, I had that going on. Well, anyways, is not connected to that, but so I was just throwing that out there.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
Thanks for the update.
This week I started as Mr. Mom. I'm Mr. Mom now.
Mr. Mom, okay.
Yeah, I watch the baby until she gets off work after I get off work.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been interesting.
What's that
Awesome.
like, Uncle Dad?
It's good. It's good. It's challenging, but it's good.
Just keep saying it's good. Maybe,
Seriously.
No, dude, it's cool. It's fun. She's fun. But so
keep saying she's fun.
it's good. She's fun.
You're gonna make it out of this, bro.
No, dude, of course I love my daughter. We have a great time. As much as we can, considering she can't talk and she's not really aware of anything.
and she's constantly pooping.
Which is something you both share, right?
For sure.
Chip off the old block.
Hang on, sweetie. Daddy's got to borrow this diaper.
Son of a...
So anyways, dude, one night we're driving and we're heading towards Madero. And we're driving down 15th Street headed out of town. And my wife is driving. And all of a sudden, this white thing comes not necessarily straight across from the side, but kind of like at an angle and is going like across the street. And it jumps out into her lane, right? And she freaks out and she screams. She's like, "Oh my God, what is it?" I'm like, "It's a possum. Put your foot on the gas." Like, you hit that thing. Yeah. And she's so funny, dude. She slows down and she curves to the right to try and miss it, dude. And when doing that, she went directly over it.
And Drew's like, "We're eating tonight."
And the whole time she's freaking out, and I'm like, trying to give her a high five. Like, good job, babe. And she like pulled over for a second and was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, it's fine. No one's going to miss those. Like, back up again if you'd like.
It reminds me of a time when I was growing up, man. I was in the car with my mother while she was driving down the road. And this little coyote pup came running out from the side. Were you with me that day when that happened? Okay.
She was towing the boat, right?
Yeah, I believe she was towing the boat. Yeah. And this little coyote pup comes running out from the side of the road, thinking that he's going to make it across. I don't know if he was a teenage pup and, figured he needed some adventure in his life or something, but needless to say, he didn't make it. He got hit by a truck hauling a boat at 70 miles an hour. All you heard was, in most vehicles you hear doo-doo. Well, what we heard was doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. And as we turn back and hang our heads out the windows to see what happened, there's this coyote pup just doing this 360 spin on the road. It had gotten hit so hard, man, like by the wheels, like it was spinning on the road until it came to a stop. And my mom is just crying,
bawling
at
dude.
the steering wheel, just crying. And we were like, what's the matter with you? And all she could say was, it was just a pup. It was just like born a few months ago. And I was like, it's a coyote.
Yeah.
Like they're good for nothing.
And
it's a coyote.
In a year, you wouldn't blink an eye to shoot it.
No, not at all. So yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Yeah. I think if I remember right, I was in the car with her one other time when I was younger, and she accidentally ran over two baby squirrels playing together in the road too.
Oh no!
Yeah, dude. I think that's the one that I was thinking of.
And started crying over that one. So yeah, it was pretty funny.
Elizabeth didn't cry, but she wasn't really pumped on hitting it. I was super psyched, dude.
Dude, when I see a cat run across the road, I am for it.
Yeah, like,
Oh man!
dude, I hate cats.
Yeah, me too.
And small dogs.
Yeah.
Wait, are we losing ratings right now? Are we losing listeners as we speak? We need to move on.
Listeners, I'm a cat man, so I love it.
I don't actually aim for cats, just possums and rats, snakes.
Dude, I figure if anything's trying to make its way across the road, it's Frogger. Like,
It's my duty to speed up.
That's amazing.
life's just one big video game. Play your role.
All right, so hey, sorry. Let me take that I got a little something right here.
Yeah, he gets all choked up talking about the animals.
Yeah, dude.
Rob is also sitting here crying about those two squirrels that were ran over.
Well, dude, when I actually talking about the possum, dude. When I lived in LA, this girl posted a picture on Instagram, and it was a baby possum, and she goes, "I just found this little guy in the road. What do I do with it?" I'm like, "Put it back."
Oh no!
What are you doing? Don't bring that into your house.
Oh man.
All right, so on that note, when we come back, Josh, you got a little surprise for us, don't you, my friend?
I do. It's going to be fun.
Can't wait. Let's stick around, and we'll jump back in. All right, and welcome back to the show. Today, Josh has an awesome surprise for us, so please, my friend, take it away.
Okay, so I was kind of thinking that being that we just finished the Veterans Day weekend holiday, that we would take some time to honor some veterans that have fought in our armed forces. And so I've created a list of individuals who are celebrities who actually served in the military. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to list a few facts of each of these people. And your job will be to try and guess who that individual is. Does that sound easy enough, gentlemen?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds easy enough.
Yes. Are you ready for the challenge?
Yes.
Okay, now,
Ready.
unfortunately, you're going to have to jog your memory because as I was doing some research, I quickly found out why it's called the Greatest Generation. All the celebrities who have served in the military were 50 years or older. Except for Adam Driver.
Who's that?
Darth Millennial.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Who actually served in the Marines. So
Darth Millennial.
yeah. So he actually
That's
served in the Marines. But I figured that would be too easy because there was nobody else to compare him to.
Yeah.
So
right.
there was literally nobody else I could find that was 50 or younger that actually served in the military, making our generation a bunch of pansies in comparison to the celebrities that came before everyone who is currently there in Hollywood. So anyway, all right. So we're going to start with a few names on the list. Some will be surprises. Some you will, definitely think are aha moments. So first name on the list, this individual, she served as a truck driver in the Marine
lady.
Corps. She served during the World War II efforts overseas.
It's the old lady.
She was widely considered argumentative and over-aggressive, and she charmed.
She was a crazy old lady.
And she charmed America's geriatric audience once a week with 3 other Golden Girls.
Oh, Betty White.
Oh. Yeah. Yep.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Betty White.
Yeah.
Rob, you never actually said a name.
That's the only name I know on there, dude.
I mean, yeah.
She was on that, right? Golden Girls.
I'm like, is it Betty
was on
White?
Golden Girls.
Is it the really old one? Is it the one who was like old but still kind of sexy?
You have to say her
Wait, is
You
that
gotta
weird?
say the name, Rob. Say her name. Say her name,
I don't
Rob.
remember. Gertrude? I have no idea.
That would almost be right for this time period. But both of you are wrong.
What?
Yes.
Oh, no.
It was B. Arthur.
I probably have heard that name before.
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur, celebrity who served in the military.
I
Everyone,
did not know that.
you mean he salute. You guys can't see that, but. All right. Next celebrity. Served in the U.S. Army as a paratrooper.
Ooh.
His birth name is actually Johnny Allen. He once stated, "I've been imitated so well, I've heard people copy my mistakes."
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know who this is.
He loved blanketing himself in a smoky purple haze. He started playing guitar at the age of 15.
Is it Mr. Jimi Hendrix?
Andrew?
Jimi Hendrix. If you're wrong, we're both wrong.
I was like, the world is waiting. Congratulations, both of you. It is Jimi Hendrix. Well done.
Excellent.
Yes.
Although I will say it did at first sound like you said he enjoyed blanking himself, and I was like, where's this going?
Because that is exactly what I said, and I had to correct myself.
I'm like, we didn't even have to censor that.
All right, next celebrity. He's a
Dude,
world...
Jimi Hendrix was a paratrooper?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
U.S.
is
Army
insane.
paratrooper. Doesn't that make it even more legit? Like,
That guy's freaking hardcore, dude.
Awesome.
That's ridiculous.
All right. Anyway, our next celebrity veteran. A world-renowned comedian. This man was actually even court-martialed 3 times during his length of service. He served in the Air Force. He's a well-known anti-establishment individual. And he once said, "That's why they call it the American dream. You have to be asleep to live it."
Oh, I know who that one is. I'll let you take a shot, Drew, because I got this one in what they call the bag.
Read it all again.
Oh, that's going to help.
This man is a world-renowned comedian. He was court-martialed 3 times during his length of service. He served in the Air Force and is also a well-known anti-establishment individual. He's on record as once saying, "That's why they call it the American dream. You have to be asleep to
Eastwood.
live it."
Oh, please.
Okay. Rob? Andrew's going to roll over when he hears the actual name because he loves this guy.
I know. This is so eye-opening because
Dude,
once
is
again,
Clint
I would have
Eastwood
never...
a
Joe
comedian?
Rogan.
Is Clint Eastwood a comedian?
Wait. Joe Rogan. Oh my gosh. So it's interesting because this is another person that I would never imagine would have been in the military.
I know, right?
Mr. George Carlin.
That's correct, Rob. 2 for 3.
Wait, who said I love that guy?
Dude, you used to quote him quite a bit, actually.
Jorge.
Oh.
Jorge Carroll.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you used to quote him a lot, actually.
Yeah.
You were
Oh, yeah.
really into
Oh,
his
yeah.
comedy sketches for quite a while, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to our next celebrity vet. This
So much
man
stalling. Okay.
masqueraded as both a raptor. A raptor?
Did what? What did he do as a raptor?
Masqueraded as both a rapper and an
masqueraded.
actor.
So the next one's an X-Men.
He saves the world every day, or he saves the world every other episode, every day on TNT. He once stole an infantry rug and deserted his platoon. He finished his service as a squad leader. Mix him with lemonade and you get Arnold Palmer.
What? Oh, dude, these clues. Josh, well done. Drew, this is an
go.
easy one. Dude, it's freaking iced tea, bro. Come on.
Why would I ever know that?
Don't you know how to make an Arnold Palmer? It's the easiest drink ever. You mix iced tea with lemonade. The answer's iced tea.
Well, we both got that one right, so.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay. All right. Next celebrity vet. He served in the military as a DJ, and he's partly famous for the line
Wait, is it DJ?
as a DJ. Yeah.
I didn't know that was an
Would
option.
you guys let me finish? You can make your comments after. He served in the military as a DJ and is partly famous for the line, "Good Morning Vietnam."
Bricka bricka.
He was a late night talk show host in the 80s for exactly 1 year. Has been a recurring sit-in for daytime talk show hosts. Is the author of a puzzle game called Lucky Letters and disappoints 2 out of 3 contestants every day with his wheel. Who is this celebrity vet?
What?
Oh.
I mean, I know it.
Dude.
I know. I'm gonna let you go, Drew.
I know. I'm trying to. What's his name? I know his name. I know his name.
Dude.
Wait.
Could you imagine
while he
telling
thinks
people
about-
that you served in the military as a DJ? Like,
That is. I didn't know that was an option.
seriously.
I thought everything
Sign
you
me
had to
up.
do involved a gun. He's partly responsible for the Good Morning Vietnam line.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay, Drew. Stop Googling. This is your time to shine.
I know the name. I'm trying to find it real quick.
5,
Here, I'll give you a hint.
4,
And Vanna
3.
White.
2.
Or that doesn't help me.
1.
I know her name.
Pat Sajak. The answer's Pat Sajak.
Bro.
We both got that one right.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you didn't let me get my answer. I was trying to get my answer.
You were this close to saying Pat Sajak.
If I go back and get 7 other names, it might suit Andrew up for the come from behind victory.
Dude, yeah, get relevant names.
I told you the problem that I had with this. I thought this was a good idea, and then when I went and found a list of names, I was like,
It is a good idea.
out of 75 people, all of them are either 50 years older or dead.
Hang on. Josh, just real quick. What is the score right now?
The current score is out of 5. Rob has 4, and Andrew has 1.
No,
So
that's inaccurate.
I will say I think this was a great idea, Josh. Well done.
Because you're a nerd.
All right, I've got one more for you guys.
I wonder who's going to get it. Probably the teacher's pet.
Okay, here we go. All right. This man, his real name in life is Carlos. He was a New York Times bestselling author under the title The Secret of Inner Strength, My Story. He is a certified martial artist. He can kill 2 stones with 1 bird, can hear sign language, and knows Victoria's Secret. And he saves Texas and America's hearts on TV every day.
Chuck Norris.
That a boy, Drew. Come from behind.
Well
Eat it, Rob.
done.
That a kid.
Hey, you know
all
what?
right. All right.
I will eat
grew
it
up
'cause
on that
well
show.
done. That was great.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Wait, you legitimately watched Walker, Texas Ranger?
Oh, for sure, dude.
Oh my God.
I was thinking that would be an easy toss-up.
Notice how quickly I got that one.
That's amazing.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little segment of Celebrity Veterans. We'll probably only play it once a year. So, I can't imagine ever bringing that one back. But in closing, I just want to say salute to all of those of you who have actually fought for our freedom. And thank you for your service.
Yeah,
That's right. Thank you for your service.
They didn't all die, Rob.
Well, don't they play that song when you just go to sleep even?
No, I think they play that song when you go to sleep eternally.
One of my military buddies will vouch. At the end of the
Yeah,
day,
you're gonna have to ask him.
they play taps. I'm pretty sure. If not, I'm so sorry. Okay, anyways. Let's move on to a listener question. Fellas, this is a scenario that's never going to happen to you, but it's not a bad idea to be prepared at a moment's notice in case something crazy goes down. So here we go. If you were transported 400 years into the past, you have no clothes, you have nothing else, no technology, you are just naked and alone, 400 years in the past, how would you prove to the locals that you're from the future?
So what area
You're naked.
of
Naked.
this flat Earth have we been sent back to?
You choose. You choose.
Oh, I get to choose.
Just for the record, if you're ever in a situation where you are naked in public, cover your face, not your genitals.
Okay, wait a minute. That is people you wouldn't think, but that is an excellent gem of advice. That is so good.
Andrew, very, very awesome suggestion. Yes.
So back to the original thing.
Would drawing faces of aliens in the sand work at all? Like,
Gonna be like, who is this God
those just
man?
died off. We know what those are.
Oh, please. They just helped us build the pyramids. Who is this guy?
Dude, I mean, like, if you really know history, you could start calling out things that are going to happen, but
No.
then they're just going to think that
You're a
like,
witch.
Yeah, and they're going to burn you.
They're like, all right, let's see if this guy can float.
that didn't happen so well for Joan of Arc, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's
you
true.
know, like that's the difficult part. Show them your teeth. Show them your teeth.
I'm 33. I have all of them.
And they're pearly white. This is the only thing that pops out at me right now.
I don't stink.
I just feel like you couldn't be calling anything out because then all of a sudden you'd have Nostradamus showing up and being like, why are you cramping on my territory, man? Wait, when was Nostradamus around? This is only 400 years ago. I think
Maybe
I'm way
you're
off.
thinking Rasputin. No, he's.
Wait, isn't that the guy from Thumbelina or something?
Thumbelina? Anastasia, bro. Come on, get
Oh,
your
there it is,
history
okay.
correct.
It's one of those movies with Dom DeLuise. I mean, you could just pull a Marty McFly and just like go grab somebody's lute, you know, or like harp and just start shredding on it, dude. Just
I've never played one of those in my life.
Josh's face.
Yeah.
So then you play a killer solo, and then when they look at you, and you're like, I guess you guys aren't ready for that.
You start
parents are
headbanging
gonna
to the
love it.
harp.
Yeah, dude. You're like, all right, I'm going to play Creeping Death by Metallica on the harp.
Yeah. You guys don't know what that is, but your great grandkids are gonna love it.
Dude, you could get a sports almanac and start betting on chariot races.
Sword fights.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's the winner. Of course, that's how you.
Yeah. And by the way, kudos to the one man out there that literally has the 1500s sports almanac.
This has every jousting match or.
Oh wait, I'm
tournament.
sorry. We're in 2018. The 1600s sports almanac. I apologize.
The whole thing is just archery.
Dude, what if you went back and you just, didn't have to convince anyone. You just became Robin Hood before Robin Hood was Robin Hood.
You would be the best Robin Hood.
You don't like Robin Hood.
No, I don't like Robin Hood.
You'd give Kevin Costner a run for his money, is all I'm saying. He's still the best, but
Pretty easy to give him a run for his money.
Whoa.
dang it.
He's a
Pretty
good
good.
actor, dude. Mr. Brooks, Field of Dreams.
Waterworld.
Of course, Waterworld. Absolutely.
Bro, he was so committed, he drank his own pee. And hung out with Dennis Hopper. He's a dangerous man. Didn't you see Speed? Okay. All right. Well, fellas, as we come to the end of our time, as always, let us talk about what we've learned. Number one, I think it's become pretty clear. Travolta's not a bad actor. He's just needing to poop for the longest time. Just let it go, John.
Okay.
Let it go.
I do have to say one thing on that note because of what you've just said, but there's a new State Farm commercial with Aaron Rodgers, and he's sitting in his living room, and his State Farm agent or his actual sports agent comes walking out of the bathroom with this perplexed look on his face, like he doesn't know, what he was just in there for. And Aaron looks at him. He was like, "Everything okay, man?" He was like, "Yeah, no, everything's fine." He was like, "Well, did you find the bathroom?" He was like, I don't use the bathroom. Never been. Never been. Yeah. He's like, you don't go to the bathroom? He was like, no, I meditate and it just goes away. That's what that reminds me of. John, if you're out there, you probably need to take up meditation, buddy.
Dude, that's the highest level of Scientology. You just absorb your own poop.
So dirty.
That's what we've learned. 1A. Okay, anyway. Number 2. This episode will go down as the episode where Rob said there was a sexy golden girl. So just remember that. Dang it. I apologize. And number 3, I think we learned probably the best piece of advice that this podcast has ever thrown out into the ether, and that is, if you're naked in public, cover your face, not your junk. It makes so much sense. It's not natural, but it makes sense. Do it. Drew, oh, you're a wise man. What can I say?
Join me in my backyard.
They're gonna identify him every time from that. Like a streaker came
By the
through
way-
the middle of town today, but he just kept yelling, "Join me in my backyard." Police are stunned.
If you ever do find yourself naked and you have to cover your face, never say, "Join me in my backyard."
What we learned, 3A. Okay. Hey, as always, we just want to say thanks for listening and supporting the show. Make sure wherever you get your podcast, you go and leave us a review. And if you leave us a 5-star, we really appreciate it. It helps out the show immensely. Make sure you check out patreon.com/youmehepodcast for exclusive content. And it's a great way to support the show. Thank you for doing that. And until next time, I'm your host, Rob Lambert.
This is Josh Frankenstein, the University of Phoenix.
Nice. Drew Carroll. No.
Excelsior!